Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Kessinger with Christian County Headliner News.
Alec, McChesney.
And week 1 high school football is in the books. We're here to get you ready for week 2. Last week, Ozark defeated number 7 Carthage 26-20 over at Carthage, and Nixa was a 41-27 winner over at Willard. And Alec, tell us about that one.
Like I said last week, this was a game that I don't know if a lot of people expected Nixa to win, but the Nixa players after the game said that this was a game they wanted to win. They had it circled earlier in the offseason, and they came out to play. But more importantly, Sean Sample, running back junior, came out and had over 400 yards of offense, and he was incredible. Last season, he didn't do that much. He played a little bit at wide receiver, a little bit at kick returner, but on Friday, he ran the ball, he caught the ball, he kicked the ball, and he kick returned. So he literally did everything for the team. But I think even more importantly, the defense looked really good when they needed to get a stop. They had a forced fumble right before the half and a turnover on downs when it really mattered. So I would expect the defense to not only get better, but Sean Sample and Jack Sanders, the duo of senior quarterback, junior running back, to continue to improve going forward.
All right, Ozark, meanwhile, second year in a row, upsets Carthage on opening night. This was 26-20 in a game that you could argue really was not that close. One of Carthage's touchdowns came off a blocked punt. The second one was in garbage time. So a couple things that stood out about Ozark was the defense was about as good as advertised. Yeah. They returned their whole middle linebacking core, and those cats are all fantastic. So a lot of veteran experience showed, a lot of toughness. They had to overcome some injuries, some early turnovers, and they looked very much like a veteran team, which I know Chad DePay in his third year is really looking forward to. The other thing is the offense is still clicking along pretty well. A lot of the same weapons back from last year. New quarterback Danny Carr looked very comfortable running the offense, made some great pitch and keep decisions, and so I think they're definitely ahead of where they were at this time last season. Right. So next week, or tomorrow, believe it or not, we'll have Ozark at home. It's home opener against Neosho. Nixa also at home, and they will take on Branson. Those two teams played each other last Friday night. It was a 17-14 win for Branson. The Pirates have a new head coach this year in Anthony Hayes from Parkview. They were able to get a touchdown pass with 6 minutes to go to take the lead and then hold off a late charge by Neosho to win. Neosho also has a new coach. Leon Miller comes over from Kansas. He's a veteran. He coached 28 years there, took 23 teams to the playoffs, and has a state championship. So Neosho, new offensive scheme, new defensive players. They are pretty much replacing their whole team. What are you going to be looking for when you watch them at Ozark?
Well, you know, Jeff mentioned it earlier. They only had 14 passing yards in that game against Branson. I think this is a team that Ozark can take advantage of with their defense. You mentioned that middle linebacking core. If they can apply pressure on the run and eliminate the run game, and they make Neosho pass, there's just no way that Neosho is going to be able to do that after only throwing for 14 yards in game 1. So I'm looking for Ozark to come out, set the tempo right away, defer, play defense first, set the tone, and then let that running offense take it the rest of the way.
Yeah. One player to watch, by the way, Neosho running back Adrian Hitchcock. They list him at 5'10", 250. He's a state championship wrestler, so yeah. I'm guessing it's a power ground game that Neosho is going to bring to the table. Nixa will have Branson. As we said, Branson, new head coach this year. Coach Rich Rehagen said on film they look pretty similar scheme-wise to what they did. They're going to throw the ball around the yard quite a bit. Ryan Still threw for 1,700 yards last year, 11 touchdowns. He will have Carson Knutson back to throw to. He'll have Kyle Hunn, his top running back, as well, returning. The big concerns for them, first of all, Branson has to replace its entire offensive line. Nixa's got a very veteran defensive line, so that's a place that the Eagles can look to take advantage of Branson. Flip side of the ball, Branson is going from a 4-3-3 defense to a 4-2-5, and all 5 of those are new players. So a lot of inexperience there. If Nixa can get the ball into the second level, through the air, through the run, chance for them to have a lot of success. So we know you want to keep up with these games tomorrow night. Here's what we need you to do. Tomorrow morning, go to ccheadliner.com. We'll have game previews for both of these 2 games tomorrow. We'll also have standings and schedules for the whole Central Ozark Conference. Tomorrow evening, about 6:30, get on Twitter. Go to @Alec_McChesney. He's going to be over at Ozark against Neosho. Follow Headliner Sports. We'll be at Nixa and Branson. That's our game of the week. We'll have live updates for you. We'll have photos, a little bit of analysis. Once the game's over, hop onto Facebook, CC Headliner News. We will have 2 live videos, a couple of post-game wrap-ups, one from Alec, one from me. And then as soon as we can after that, we'll get stories up to ccheadliner.com and photo galleries. Alec, anything else?
I think that's good for this week.
All right, thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you Friday night at the games.